Hey YouTube, how's it going? Back again in the garage. Car's kind of been kicking my ass. Went to take the oil pan out, and what a pain in the butt. Oh my god. Make sure if you ever, I don't know if you own a BMW 325i, M50 motor, I'm sure a whole bunch of the other motors are all the same. But yeah, it's got two hidden oil pan bolts kind of up in the back of the transmission, well, the front of the transmission towards the motor. It's got two hidden up there. And then I could not for the life of me get that oil pan off without taking off the power steering pump. I don't know. I read write-ups. Read write-ups, and everybody said, "Oh yeah, you just, freaking take all the bolts off, and bam, just falls right out into your lap." Bull effing shit. It does not. Anyways, so yeah, it's like real tight clearance between the oil pan and the power steering pump, and for the life of me, I just couldn't get it. So took the power steering pump out, and lo and behold, the thing just dropped right out. So yeah, now I'm in the process of cleaning up the power steering pump since I got it out, because that thing was just blacker than black with oil and grit and grime. But yeah, so oil pan finally sitting on the ground. And yeah, let's see, I'll take that mount off. I think I'm shadowing it. And that's the bottom of the motor. Yada yada yada. Everything looks fine and dandy. In fact, while I got the oil pan off, there's a little mod you do, which is welding the oil pump nut. You weld it so it doesn't unspin, because I guess that's a common problem. And since I'm going to be with this motor until, well, for a while, because the 1J's, yeah, it's not that it's on the back burner, but the total bill of that whole swap is going to be quite a bit. So saving up, buying parts and pieces here and there. Yeah. Oil pan off, talked about that. Got a pile of parts ready to go in. New sway bar end links, power steering, kind of the factory power steering cooler, new one of those. Power steering Guibo linkage, new one of those. Some rear trailing arm stuff, which probably I'm not going to tackle right now. Really trying to make it to the December 18th drift event. New lug nuts. Yeah, so really trying to make it to the December 18th drift event. So not going to worry about the rear trailing arm. Stiffeners, not stiffeners. You weld in the brackets. They're stiffener. Yeah, not going to worry about that, because I really just want to get the car back together. But now that I got the oil pan out, I can replace that gasket, and I also need to, there's also a gasket that I have laying around for the oil filter housing. It takes its own separate gasket, and it's a lot easier to get to now that the oil pan is dropped. So I'll get to that, because I think that one is leaking as well. Just fixing a whole bunch of leaks and cleaning shit up. I don't know if I showed you, but I got a new rack off of the Rack Doctor. Well, not brand new, obviously, but remanufactured, all new seals, everything. 100% leak free, so they say. So send my old one back. Not that there was anything wrong with the old one, it was still working. but it's just as old as the car is, I can only assume. And I figured while I'm here, might as well. So I'm kind of one of those people who likes to do some preventive maintenance. I understand it's a race car, but I still like to be preventative. I guess most people just kind of run it till it breaks and then replace it. But yeah, just figured I'd get to it. Anyways, yeah, then we'll throw the front end back together, all the suspension back in. Oh, yeah, I got a package today from ECS. Yeah. So, let's see what it is. That's a good spot for it. Where's my knife? Kniffy, where are you? No? No knife. Ah, there it is. Okay. I believe this is my new sway bar, but not 100% sure. Okay, that thing was packed up tight. So here she be, new adjustable sway bar. It's got two spots of adjustment and some new bushings. All right, aside from all the work out in the garage on the car, other cool things coming up. If you saw on my Instagram or Facebook page, if you don't follow, go ahead, give them a like, subscribe, drift at heart. But I ordered a tubing bender. It's a JD Squared Model 3. Yeah, I'm an electrician by trade, so I feel I already kind of have an upper hand on how to bend tube. Actually, used my buddies at his shop, just on some smaller stuff, some 3/4, bent up some. He's into kart racing, and so he handed me a couple pieces to duplicate that. He kind of, they get beat up, banged up, so they go through these parts quite often. So yeah, I just messed around with it and got it down. It's a little bit different than what I'm used to for bending, but it's still not that hard, and really fun. Actually, it's I didn't get too complicated with it, but it's just a learning curve, and it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited to do it. So yeah, I'll start with my front bash bar, rear bash bar, and then just go from there. We'll see what else I can do. Maybe, I have a buddy who also is into drifting, Jake, shout out. And I told him I'd bend him up a roll cage. I wouldn't mind, doing that. I don't know about the welding part. Definitely going to be practicing that, obviously. I'm going to weld up my own bash bars, but as far as like a roll cage and stuff, we'll see. Let's see how my welding goes. I'm not, I'm new at welding, so yeah, we'll see how it goes. Anyways, that is the other news, which is pretty exciting, I think. Anyways, like, subscribe, comment. Other than that, see you guys next time. Bye.